Hi everyone! Day one of our Attraction and Intention mini series. My name is Giovanni Valenti and I will be the person taking you through it. So I do this completely by choice and it's my passion, but I like doing it without any pressures. I am a self love and life transition coach, but I don't pursue this as a business. I do this out of just a sheer love and joy of helping people. So today we're going to talk about day one, which is getting past your story, giving it its name, putting it out there, and letting it go. A lot of the times I find that me included, we suppress our story and we don't really let it go. We kind of hold on to it without realizing that we're holding on to it because we don't want to talk about it. And we think that by not talking about it, it'll go away on its own. But that's not the case. And I want you to know that your story is important because it is what will help you realize that you're not your story. But you can't do that until you know what your story is. So for me, what's held me back a lot from doing things is that my story is that I am stupid. Now, your story can be something that you made up for yourself because all it is a made up thing that our ego creates in order to hold us back from completely being our best self. So my story was not created by me. My story was created by someone else, and being young and not knowing how to protect myself from such negativity, it carried on into my life up until maybe my mid 20s to late 20s. And it would creep in every now and then. But if I look back at everything that I've done and everything that I have accomplished, if it wasn't for my story, I would not have ever accomplished as much as I did because I was constantly trying to prove my story wrong. So my story fueled me in a good way. So I thank my story and I let it go. Not everyone is as lucky as me, and there's going to be a lot of work that you may have to do around your story, either with another coach who can really help you with that, and I have quite a few coaches that I can refer you to if you want to work with someone. If your insurance, and disclaimer, I am not telling anyone that they need to go to see a therapist or anything like that, but I know that for me personally, going to therapy did help me, especially in my younger years, on a lot of things. And luckily, I had a good therapist, and she didn't hold on to me. She released me. She's like, "You don't need me anymore. You can kind of go off on your own," and I thank her for that. So if you feel like you need to go really deep with your story, I have definitely a ton of coaches that I can refer you to. There's also a process called The Work by Byron Katie. It's super intense, and you kind of don't understand the process as you're going through it, but that also will help you push past your story. So whatever resources you need, let me know and I can try and help point you in the right direction. So my story was that I am stupid. And the second that I gave my story life is when I started to think about how I'm not stupid. And I'm trying not to get emotional about it because it definitely affected me my entire life. Like, I didn't do things because I thought I was stupid, or I held myself back from doing things because I thought I was stupid. And it's stupid to even think that because I've accomplished so many things. I finished college in 4 years. I have a master's degree. And when people think of things that they need to look up, mostly political, they come to me because they know that I research and I look for the right information. So I want you to feel the emotions of your story, and I want you to let it go. And yes, your story will bring up emotion for you just like it did for me, because we're just emotional beings. But the important thing is to feel the emotion and let it go. Just let it go, and don't let it have that hold on you that it's been having. Don't let it stop you from doing the things that you want to accomplish. And as soon as you tell your story to yourself, and if you feel comfortable sharing it with people and you feel the emotions, look at how quickly I let it go. Because I know it's not true. I know that it's not true. I just think I get emotional because I think about the little girl who didn't do things. I think about the little girl who didn't speak in front of people, even if she had something important to say, because she was scared that she would sound stupid. Because I also don't follow mainstream ways of thinking. I think for myself, and I think kind of outside of the box. So a lot of people don't understand me and my way of thinking. So right away I'm stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I just don't agree with you and how you're and your way of thinking, or you may not agree with me and my way of thinking, and that's okay. But people are afraid of what's different. And people like us who are on a spiritual path, who are on a path of growth and self-awareness, we scare people. People are afraid of us because we are so centered and we are so sure of ourselves, because we know that we are divinely guided. So when you are in this path, especially towards the beginning, you might realize that you're losing friends, or family members are all of a sudden talking about you. It is completely normal and you're not doing anything wrong. So I'm just going to read my notes here. So what is your story? What is it that you've told yourself every day so far that has kept you within your fear and is not allowing you to achieve your intended life? So I want you to really sit with yourself and think about what is holding you back. And now you can have more than one story, but I want you to think about that big story. The one probably the one from your childhood. Usually the story that's held us back the most is the one from our childhood. Something happened in our childhood that we created a story around it, mostly to protect ourselves. So the story of I am stupid held me back from really sharing myself and putting myself out there, especially in front of family, so that people wouldn't make fun of me, or so that people wouldn't, single me out or whatever. So I created that story to protect myself. And really, that's what the ego is doing. The ego, in having you have this story, really what your ego is doing is keeping you in fear, which is not a good thing, but it's keeping you in fear to protect you from whatever you feel it is that you need to be protected. But here's the thing, that when you are divinely guided, when you have the universe in your corner, when you have God in your corner, there is nothing, no matter what it is, that can get to you. My cousin Rosie put up a quote about something about, God, why did you take me through such treacherous waters? And his response was, because your enemies can't swim. So think about that. Think about that when you're thinking about hard times that you've gone through or anything like that. God puts us through those times to protect us from our enemies. But our story doesn't protect us from our enemies. The only thing that our story is doing is it's keeping us back. It's holding us back from growing, from having a closer relationship with God. It is holding us back from the universe gifting us things that are intended for us. So I hope that you feel like this space is a safe space. I really want you to tell your story, share your story. You don't have to go too deep into it. I want you on your own to go deep into it. But for the purposes of the group, if you don't want to go that deep, you don't have to. Because then what I'm going to want you to do is turn your story around. So I want you to take your story. So my story is I am stupid, and turn it around to I am not stupid. I am. And then list all of the things that are opposite to your story. So me, I am not stupid. I am smart. I am educated. I am mature. I am positive. I am amazing. I am proud of myself. All of these things that you're not. So you are not stupid. That's me. I am not stupid. I am. And then just recreate your story. Recreate who you are, so that you can move past your old story and really tap into your greatness. I look forward to seeing your posts. Please, when you are posting, hashtag attraction intention day 1, so that I can just look for that hashtag and comment, and then anyone else participating in the mini series can also look at the hashtag and comment. I look forward to seeing all of your posts. Bye.